Hi guys, welcome to the webinar. So thank you so much for joining. I'll first introduce myself. I am Bhagishri Dolwani, the founder of digitalbrainy.com. First of all, thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule for this webinar. I started my career in 2018 with an NGO. I was working as a social media manager there. That was my first job in the marketing field. Then I moved on to become a marketing manager for a startup. And there, I actually got to know about the various difficulties startups face in online marketing. Firstly, most of the startups are tight on budget. And secondly, with so many companies already present in the market, it becomes difficult for them to build their brand and choose the right marketing strategy for their startup. So I started my digital marketing agency that's only for startups to help them grow. So we'll start with the webinar now. I'll share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see the first slide that says digital marketing strategies for startups?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just a moment. Okay. So let's talk about the benefits of digital marketing for startups. Digital marketing allows startups to boost their visibility, increase online conversion rates, reduce their marketing budget, generate leads, increase sales, develop a brand awareness, increase online conversion rates, improve customer engagement, influence purchase decisions, and track the return on investment. The big question that startups often come across is how to get started, right? You have the product or service in place, have social media handles, and maybe you have posted some of your products or services on Facebook, on Instagram. But now what more? How to get customers notice us? Today, I will be talking about how you can build your brand online step by step. The first one is build your website. Your website is your property. It is like your house where you can do whatever you want and have full control over it. To start with, make a website that is easy to navigate and has a good design. Do not waste a lot of time on design. The focus here is to have a user-friendly website that looks good as well. It should place the brand as an authority in the field. Building a website is no longer a difficult job. And trust me, with WordPress at your rescue, you won't even need a website developer. You can all do it by yourself. Purchase a domain and a hosting. WPX hosting and A2 hosting are really good and have an excellent speed. Also, the customer service is great. However, if you do not want to spend that much, Hostinger is a budget-friendly option. It is a tad bit slow as compared to A2 and WPX, but it gets the job done. It is recommended to not buy hosting and domain from the same place. However, there is no hard and fast rule. The domain and the hosting will cost you around rupees 2,000 for a year. This price is for Hostinger. Connect the hosting and domain and install WordPress, and you have your content management system in place. You can explore the rest. Then comes plugins. These are some important plugins that you should install when starting with WordPress. Akismet, it helps in tracking comments. All-in-one SEO, Yoast SEO or Rank Math. It helps in SEO and helps to index your website on Google. CSS and JavaScript Toolbox, HFCM, it helps in adding codes. For example, the Google Search Console code or the Facebook Pixel code. Share, it's for social media sharing. Suppose you have uploaded a blog on your website and you want to share it on Facebook or Instagram, and you don't want the audience to see the the default image and want to upload a custom image, so Mahashar can help you with that. SiteKit by Google to connect with Google Analytics and Google Search Console. Content marketing. Content marketing can provide a relatively cheap or free way to market a business continuously. Consumers want to find out information about products and they will search for that information online. Each time someone plays an advertisement in the newspaper, they have to pay some fee to place the ad. In comparison, content marketing can provide a relatively cheap or free way to market a business continuously. Consumers want to find out information about the products and they will search for that information online. When the user arrives at the company's site, the business has an opportunity to turn their quest for knowledge into a sale. Once the content has been added to the website, it can continue to attract clients for free. Content does not have to be in the form of an ordinary blog. Infographics, webinars, GIFs, memes, and images can all form a part of the startup's content strategy. If something can be liked or shared, it can become a part of the company's online content. Each share on social media delivers free advertising and new prospective clients for the startup. Then comes call to action. Every post you make on social media, every ad you run, every blog you post on your website should have a call to action. Call to action basically is telling the audience what they're supposed to do after watching the post or after viewing the post. Your audience should know what is the next step. For example, if you own a boutique and you post some nice images of your latest collection on Facebook, mention the link to your website and how they can purchase the same. Or if suppose someone visits your blog, collect the email IDs and name so that you have them in your contact list, and this will also help in email marketing. A social media post may bring people to the website, but it will not create a sale unless the company optimizes the website. There should be an option for subscribing to an email list, buying a product, or filling out a contact form on the site. A call to action in the bottom of an article or a button for signing up makes it easier for the website visitor to become a paying client. Just a moment, guys. Okay, I'm sorry for that.
It's okay.
The next one is mobile optimization. Search engine technology and online users are constantly evolving. While a basic website was effective a decade ago, current users are now interacting with companies through their mobile devices. Because of this, smart startups must create a mobile optimization strategy. At the very least, their website must be designed so that it is easy to read and navigate using a mobile device. Mobile search is now a larger portion of searches than desktop searches. As a result, Google changed the ranking algorithms to make sure that websites are designed with mobile devices in mind. If websites are not mobile friendly, then they will not be ranked as highly in the search engines. The fifth one is social media. The two most famous social media platforms for B2C companies are Facebook and Instagram. Facebook enjoys over 2.26 billion active mobile users, accounts for 45% of monthly social media visits, Instagram has over 500,000 active influencers ranging from technology, food, humor, fashion, lifestyle, and many more industries. Facebook and Instagram have moved far ahead from being just a platform to interact with your friends to getting more customers and interacting with your target audience. Your Facebook business page can be a great space to keep customers informed, develop brand identity, and broaden your reach. Facebook and Instagram have a huge audience, and if you aren't already there, you are missing out on something huge. Creating a Facebook and an Instagram account is absolutely free. Make sure that you convert your Instagram account into a business one. Upload your profile picture, preferably your brand logo and a nice cover image. Set up all the details like the address, website address, email ID, contact details, business hours, etc. Do not forget to connect your Facebook page to your Instagram account. The next step is to create some posts about the brand, the story behind it, the product line, etc. So that when someone lands up on your page or account, he or she doesn't feel lost and has something to browse through. This will also help the user understand what the brand is all about. Instagram. The strategies which I just mentioned can be used for Facebook and Instagram both. However, there are some strategies that are unique to Instagram. So let's discuss about them. Instagram is a perfect way to quickly build your following, generate excitement for your brand, and even immediately generate sales. Instagram, as the name suggests, is more focused on images. You cannot make a post on Instagram without a photo, and the image should be attractive as well. Polls. Polls are an easy way on Instagram to get in direct touch with your audience. You can ask them your opinions through polls on Instagram stories, or maybe ask them what they would prefer to watch or the type of content that interests them. You can also have quizzes. This makes the potential customer feel that his or her opinion matters and there is someone listening to him. It also creates a lot of engagement. Hashtags. Add relevant hashtags to your post and also add the location tag. This helps in better visibility. Invite your friends to like your page and follow you. You can also leverage LinkedIn and Twitter if that works for your brand. Sixth one is human touch and storytelling. People like hearing from humans rather than logos. When you establish an emotional connect with the user and occupy a place in his mind, he or she is more likely to remember you. And this can be done only when a person is talking to them. Human to human interaction helps in trust building. And once that trust is established, next time when your target audience is looking for a product or service like yours, chances are high that they will come to you. Some examples of such brands are Mom & Co. and Surf Excel. Hosting contests. Running contests from time to time is one technique that can help in cross promotion. For example, if you have a good follower base on Facebook but are lacking behind on Instagram, you can run a contest, and one of the rules can be asking the user to tag his friends and follow you on Instagram. This can also be a great way to understand what is in your customers' minds and what they are looking for. Showcase the need. Do not only advertise your products or service just like that. I have come across many ads wherein just the products are shown. Those ads actually seem so disinteresting. You need to show why the person should buy the product and how will it make a difference in his life. One of the best examples is GoPro. Their Facebook page is filled with some really cool shots. The brand actually focuses on what the product can do for you rather than pushing it in the market. The ninth one is behind the scenes. Most of the businesses flood their page with the end result, that is the product or the service. However, it is a good idea to give glimpses to your users of what goes on behind the scenes. Example, if you're a clothing brand, you can add Instagram stories showing the weaving or the stitching process. This gives the customer detailed information of what actually goes in the product or service and creates value for them. Next one is content calendar. Have a content plan in place. It is a great idea to plan your posts at least 30 days in advance. This will help in having consistency. You can organize the content that is going up so that it all looks connected. Also, planning well will ensure quality as well. So this implies to your social media as well as your blog. The 11th one is reviews. People trust other people. It doesn't matter what the marketing medium is. Word of mouth will always have an upper hand. Try to get as much genuine reviews as possible. You can also incentivize your first customers to give you reviews. In this age, with so many brands already available in the market, you need to be unique. Your uniqueness is what will help create your brand identity. And the most important part is your product or service is the center and everything else revolves around it. Always aim at giving the best quality product or service to your customer. Build your community. Many marketers perceive social media as just another marketing channel and advertise on these platforms just as they were doing on the traditional mediums. This is where they go wrong. These are not your platforms and you do not have any control over them. Moreover, what if this platform loses its charm or people find a better alternative? You will lose out on your audience, which you have built with so much efforts and investment. Do you remember TikTok? It spread like crazy, and almost everyone had TikTok on their phone. There were so many influencers there, and even many huge brands had moved to TikTok for advertising. One fine day, it was banned in India, and the influencers and brands who had built large audiences could not do anything. Use social media as a tool to build your community and get them to your website and email list. So the next time you want to connect with them, you will not have to rely on a social media platform. Evoke nostalgia. Evoking feelings of nostalgia and triumph are proven tactics in creating content that viewers truly connect and empathize with. If you are a startup, you are close to the ground with the people testing and using your products and services. Use this to your advantage by finding stories that resonate with the larger Instagram crowd. Remember the paper boat ads? It instantly connected us to our childhood memories. Also, the Surf Excel ad that was released around Holi, where an innocent friendship of two kids belonging to different religions is shown, it was so emotional. You can also make use of meme marketing. Well, this may not work for every industry out there, but if you follow a casual approach, you can surely make the most out of it. Big brands like Zomato, SBI, Netflix, they all use meme marketing. For this, you have to be aware and active about what's going on, and the best place to see what is trending is obviously Twitter. For example, the Pari Ho Rahi Hai video. So many brands came up with their own unique content following the trend. This helps in brand awareness and a more friendly and a casual approach towards your potential client. Then comes developing the right digital marketing approach. Why many startups fail to leverage the power of online marketing is that they perceive digital marketing as an alternative of traditional marketing and keep on advertising the way they were doing on traditional mediums. But that's not the correct strategy. Digital marketing should have a holistic approach wherein each and every channel should be integrated with each other. When creating a digital marketing strategy, companies have to tailor their approach carefully. Digital marketing allows all aspects of the advertisements, emails, and content to be integrated into each other. From creating a website to posting a webinar, these techniques must be planned out in advance for them to be effective. Your entire strategy should revolve around building a community and getting them to your blog or your website. Do not only focus on one channel, create an everlasting relationship with the customer through all possible mediums so that you are not at the mercy of any one channel. Suppose you run an ad on Instagram, link it to your website or give a direct sale option. The, the customer may not buy your product. The customer may or may not buy your product because he saw your ad on Facebook, came to your website and maybe just forgot about it and never came back. Instead, advertise on Facebook and get them to your blog. Create value for them, and this way you can collect their names and email addresses. Now this is your lead. You have control over this lead to some extent, and you can send him or her your new products or educate him about a new article on email. This way, the person will come to your website again, and this will help in establishing trust and a long-lasting presence. Thank you guys for staying on this call till end. I hope I was able to add some value for you. If you have any queries, you can bring them up and I will try to answer them.
Yes, I am having one question.
Yes, please go ahead.
The biggest challenge that I am facing currently in my business is getting more customers, especially the new ones. We have a set of customers who are regular, but how do I get new customers?
So you own a gaming zone, right? Well, there are a lot of things involved to get new customers or sales. You need a complete marketing strategy in place for that. However, I will share some ideas with you. So as you mentioned, you do have a loyal set of customers. So now, first of all, you need to have the contact details, that is name, email ID, and phone number of your true fans, that is your loyal customers. Now, what you can do is run a campaign wherein if your customer gets his or her friend to your cafe, both get a discount. This can be either a free snack, an hour extra for playing, or less pricing for both of them. This can be achieved by email marketing or sending them messages on WhatsApp or Telegram. You can even make use of social media here. Get the name and email ID of this new customer and keep them updated about the latest offers in your gaming cafe. I hope I was able to answer your query. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I have a problem regarding getting feedbacks from my kids.
Okay.
Regarding what they have learned from their sessions or the whole course process till now, all those things.
Okay. So she runs a German coaching class, and I see Mr. Pawar also has the same question. I totally get that. Do you ask them to give you a review during the course or post completion?
After completion, post completion.
So if you're asking them to give you a review after the course is completed, the request may often get ignored. Here, what you can do is you can conduct a live webinar for your current students on any topic which is of common interest to them and can be something related to communication skills, grooming skills, or can have a general discussion with them about the issues they are facing when they speak German. This will be an informative session for them, and during the webinar, you can ask them to review you. You can make a post on social media as well, like Facebook, and share the link in the webinar and ask them to comment how they are feeling about this webinar. Okay, I hope that helps.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Are there any more questions? Okay, so thank you guys for joining this webinar and have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.